Hi everyone, here we go again for an attempt at showing you how I do my Tunisian in the round to make a square. So we have, well, let me just say, just reiterating, this may not be the correct method or the best method. This is how I do it. So we have started with the magic circle, put 12 single crochet stitches into that. 12 stitches are broken into groups of 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. Each 3 stitches are a side, a corner, and a side. So I've marked the center stitch of each one. This last one marked is actually the marking the beginning of our round, because here's how this works. We had a group of 3, so we had a side, a corner, and a new side. So this loop on the hook is the side, the first side that we're going around. So we're actually starting new. So this marks the end of the last row and the beginning of the new row. Okay, so this is a side stitch. Side stitch, we're just going to go underneath both of those loops. Pull up, there we go. So now we got 2. This next stitch is a corner. And a corner, we can't just go 1, 2, it doesn't work. We have to have something to connect to, something to hook onto. So we're going to go under the front loop. Right, so let me just show you. So there's the top. We have the front and the back of the loop. So we're going to go through the front, and then we're going to go through the back, and we're going to go through the front again. That gives you three loops there. So we have side, corner, side. So let's move this marker up to help us keep track. This one in the center of those 3 is a corner. Okay, so now we have, we're working on the next side. So these are sides. We're going to go underneath both of the loops there. And this is a side. We're under both. But this is a corner. And the corner, we need to get into both the front and the back of it. So through the front, through the back, and through the front again. Okay. So now we have a new corner. That's a side, that's the corner. So we're going to move our marker. Okay. So we have another side done. And I don't know if I can go around any further. It starts getting tricky to try and go in a curve when you have a straight hook. So we're going to do a reverse pass, a return pass. Okay, so turn it around, slide it down. So you double-ended hook. Okay, and then we're going to take this off. So we're going to add the black through that first one. And then through 2. And through 2 across this side. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so then we turn it again and we start moving forward. This one is marking our corner. So these 2 are still sides. So we're going to go underneath both, right through that hole. Side, side, and now corner again. So it's going to go through the front and the back of that loop. So first through just the front, then through just the back, and then through just the front. And that makes a new corner. And corners are side, corner, side. So let's move this marker up to this corner. Okay, And we're working on sides again because that's our corner. So a side is through the hole, a side is through that hole, and now we're at the last corner we're working on. So it's through the front, through the back, and through the front again. And that last stitch that's on the hook, that's the first stitch of the next side. And it's going to be, because we're at the pink, it's going to be the first stitch of our next round. So let's mark this because this is the important one, because we're going to might be changing the pattern at this point. All right, so let's do a return pass and get those off. Right, so double-ended hook, slide that down, turn it around, and take the black off and do its magic to finish up each of the stitches, taking it through 2. So we're following along. We're going to do the white first, and then we're going to follow along with the black. Okay, so here we are again. Turn it, and we're going to go forward again. We're working on our next row. And look, we no longer have a circle, we have a square. So each of those 3 have created a square, or created corners, created an angle. So now we're working on sides, and we're going to go across. But we're also now working with Tenetian. So when we finish that black, we've actually finished our first row of Tenetian. So now we're going to be working knit stitches. To create patterns, you're going to use knit stitches in reverse. This is going to be knit stitches to get this side done. This is how, so we'll just get started. And a knit stitch is not through the space. It's through, we're not working into the black, we're still working into the white, and it's through the center of this loop. So we'll go through the center of it, pull up a stitch. That's still a side, so we're going to go through the center. That's a knit stitch, or through the, and there we go. Now, this is a corner. Much easier than the first time around, where you need 3 stitches. We need to side, corner, side. So the side is going to be in this hole, in this space before. 1. Now we're going to do a knit stitch through this. This is our new corner. 2. And our 3rd stitch is going to be in the next space. 3. And that's the next side. So let's move this marker up. You won't need to use the markers once you get going, because it'll be highly visible where your corners are. But for now, that's that. So we're going to continue just to work this side, and it's knit stitch through the center of the loop, 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 and we've come to another corner. And to get our groups of 3, we need to go in the space before it, a knit stitch through it, and in the space after. So it's 1, 2, 3. And then you can move this up into the second to last one, because that is your stitch on the next side. So there we have it. That's it. Good luck.